to what we were doing, but now we're playing the version that won the PPTQ, and the big difference here is like the frag tusks and stuff are out of the deck, and we have a few more of the power cards like Ulamog and Walking Ballista back in the deck. The Relic of the Progenises are out of the deck as well to make room. Not necessarily sure how happy I am about cutting the Relic. I don't know how much I love Once Upon a Time, but I think Todd Anderson made some good points about Once Upon a Time in the recent Star City. I kind of echo what he said. I kind of think Once Upon a Time is not good when you're playing Little Karn, and is good when you're playing more creatures, which this build does have more creatures, so like maybe it's trying to hit that middle ground. I don't know, but whatever, we're going to play it. Win or lose or draw, we're going to have the funds today. Hopefully. Maybe. Somewhere. I was getting ready to say somewhere over a rainbow. It's just weird. I apologize if my voice sounds weird or if I don't talk or explain what I'm thinking much today. I have a pretty savage throat infection. Hopefully we'll get over it kind of quick. I wanted to run a couple leagues of Titan today, but I just don't want to try to learn something like that when my throat's like this. Right, well, I'm definitely going to keep this. We have two members of Tron already, and then, there's 50 three cards in our deck, so we get 5 looks at it with the Once Upon a Time. So, a pretty good chance of hitting the last Tron piece, or at least finding, I don't know, a green mana or something like that. Definitely going to keep, though. Kind of interesting, though, because I'm not actually sure like just playing it right now, taking our 2 draw steps is like a 40%er, 45%er, or whatever. So I'm not sure if I should take my 2 draw steps and then play it. I don't like. They are spell snares in this format, but I feel like it's better just to go a little deeper. I don't get severely punished for. Alright, because they are such thing as spell snares, I am definitely just going to pop it off now. There's also mana leaks and stuff as well. I don't know which one I'm supposed to get. Guess we see the same 7 cards no matter what. It said Storm count here, so I guess we're paired versus Storm, which is one of our auto losses. Yeah, we see the Shivan Reef, and we pretty well just know this match is over now. Well, it's game. I said match. That's pretty unlucky for us. So we took our 3 draws plus our 5 plus our 5. So we had 13 draws and missed. I don't think it would have been good enough even if we hit. But we were like 70%. Not sure what we have in our board that could matter here. Trinosphere, maybe, if we hit it exactly this turn. And we didn't. Don't have a Graph Digger's Cage. We literally don't have anything we can play, so guess we'll just pick that up. And it'll be a literal miracle if we get to untap. There's a Manamorpho, so even if they don't have a gift, they have a chance. Second we see a gift, we just pick our cards up. But we don't care too much about that, at least. I actually don't care about that Karn. Oh, they're targeting us. That means we're probably dead. I guess they could whiff here. We're at 13. I guess they can't actually whiff here either. That's the gifts. We'll just pick them up there. So we'll bring in these. We'll bring in this. Yes, Alpine Moon and Blood Moon's a card, so we can bring in these as well. I just feel like you're probably not good enough. And maybe you're just not good enough either. I guess I'm going to keep this. I think Weather the Storm is good enough that we keep some fairly loose hands here. Definitely going to take the tower. We do potentially have turn 3 Tron here, but we don't have anything great to go with it. So I tap you and get you. we can technically get a Trinisphere, but we can't play it. I'd rather do this then. And we could still just be dead this turn. Not dead this turn. Well, that's interesting. Opponent seems like they have 6 there. I'm just gonna go for this then and hope that they didn't, or hope that they don't have it. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna win game 2 probably. Game 3. Don't really do too much. Kinda like to dismember more of an Oblivion Stone on the draw. Yeah, so what do we got? Turn 4. I think it's again good enough because we have our Weather to Storm. Pretty sure I don't keep this hand ever if we don't have this. But a combination. I think if I just had one or the other of these two, I probably don't keep it still. That one's a fairly hard choice, I think. That's right, I gave up a chance of having turn 3 Tron. I think this Weather to Storm is that important. They fought really long and hard, and now they're attacking, so I'm going to assume they're close to comboing. Which means I'm going to hold up this Weather Storm the entire game and probably hate myself. I wonder if I'm supposed to ever bring in Veil because of the gifts. Guess I'm gonna give them these two. Not having Relic kind of sucks here. Hey, George, what is up, my friend? Hope everything's going groovy for you. What's wrong with the post office? Oh, for several packages? I had a real problem with one of my packages the other day. I was less than pleased about it. Guess I have to put the graveyard, or this in the graveyard. So I'm just going to put these two in their hand. Just give them all the mana. Because I want them to go as far as they can. They say that they are here and you don't have them. Wow. Four of them were borderless Oko. That's interesting. Don't want to let my life get too low, I guess, in case they have lightning bolts. I'm just going to go ahead and play this now. Oh, that's pretty awesome. The problem is they can definitely still just get the 30 some spells, I think. I don't think it's hard for them to recombo from here. So I am at, excuse me, roughly 40 life here. I'm pretty sure they can cast 26 cards. I'm gonna put the wrong cards in their hand. Oh, they have double grape shot. I thought they only had one. Why did I get that? Why did I put a grape shot in their hand? I just lose. They have two grape shots. Oh, I'm so bad. I think I misclicked. Maybe. Certainly didn't mean to give them a grape shot. Whatever. That's the match we can't really win. Can't believe that I screwed that up that bad. I guess I'm gonna keep it. We probably just lose. Oh, it's actual burn. Ouch. We have 1 and 4 outs here. That's not it. I wonder if this hand was a mulligan or if you're supposed to keep the once upon a time draw. This is basically our last turn. And it might not even be good enough this turn. Guess there's some world where they have nothing but lands. So I might as well play to it. I'll take out the expensive stuff. Not real interested in the Karn package either. I'm real not interested in this Karn package. Alright. It's 6 draws for land 2. I feel like that's enough. Strike 1. Technically we get 7 draws. Strike 2. Well, it's a walking ballista, so we're dead here. Oh, quick exit to this league. Yeah, maybe both of those hands were mulligans. Who knows? I think the hardest part about playing Tron is knowing when and how to mulligan. It's something that I've just not experienced enough to do. Many times we had turn for each Tron like once or twice in 2 leagues. I'm pretty sure it routinely happens versus me. Like, is this hand a mulligan? It's hard for me to mulligan that hand. Like, we get our draw step, we get our Once Upon a Time, we get our Chromatic Star, and we get an Ancient Stirrings. Whoops. I should have played this one first. That kind of sequence that bad. Storm count 2, it says. This is just Jund. This is an exceptionally favorable match. So let's see how I can screw it up. I apparently can't screw up game 1. I don't really care about that. I'd rather have that than that. I think I'd rather just play this. Because I don't want to just play Karn and minus because then Lightning Bolt kills Karn. Damn it, they have a second Lightning Bolt. I guess we just lose. Not a lot we can really do now. Turn 3 Tron and I'm going to lose our best match in game 1. Oh my god, they have Veraska too? A wild Junless. That's for sure. I've been more tilted. The third lightning bolt. Actual angry that we lost. I don't have anything I want to sideboard out. I don't really even want these, do I? Alright, I guess it's a keep. This probably wasn't a keep. I think at this point I'm actually just tilted and don't want to play. There's like one discard spell and the game's over. Positive none of the cards in our hand are any good. Silver linings and all that. Probably worm coil. Well, there's only 2 matches left. Let's see if I can try the mulligan route in these games. I don't know how people ever get land with 17 and 18 land decks. We can see on stream time after time. I just can't. I don't think I keep that hand if there's not a Once Upon a Time in it. I stand by Once Upon a Time's just not going to be good in these decks. It's just going to be a trap. It's going to cause you to keep all manner of hands you shouldn't. Do they really mill me? And that makes it easier for me to pick which one I want. It's going to be a hard sell to make me think that was right. Maybe they have surgical in their main deck, and then maybe I could see it, but then they could have got the mine, so they clearly didn't have it in their hand. I think I just play this and tick up. It plays around the stubborn and all. Because they could be playing Drown into Lock, but still not necessarily sure that's ever correct. I feel like if that's the best Drown into Lock is, then Drown into Lock's just not very good. But we don't have anything, so we're probably going to lose. So I'll just go get Trinisphere or something. Maybe I should have waited and tried to play it as a 4-4. Hey, my hand improved. I don't really want any of those. So. Well, they still have a counter spell for the Karn. Big counts. The little Karn can't get anything, so. It's just like nothing for it to get that's relevant. Attacking me, they don't even care about Karn. I don't like that. I have 10 mana, so I get something. I'll get damn Snaring Bridge. Guess we're gonna kill the bridge now. And make me discard our other card. It's our time to shine and draw an Ulamog. Or we could draw this. If Snapcaster Mage were dead, Snapcaster Boch ate us. Well, this has had nothing to get the last 2 times we played it. Can't imagine how it'd have anything good this time. And our opponent slow rolled us, which is nice. Because they definitely drew a swamp that turn. They'd been missing land drops. No question about it. Just don't seem like they do much here. It's gonna be the second 0-4 I've had in like the past couple of days. It's turn 3 again, but we've not won with turn 3 yet, so why would we win with it now? Fine, I'll play the mine. Whee! And protection from one discard spell. Hey, Anaref. We've not won a match. We're currently 0-3 and down a game. We lost to Jund game 1 when we had turn 3 Tron. Well, I have a bunch of these, so I'm just going to cast them. I'm going to kill the Creeping Chill if it resolves. The Creeping Tar Pit, not Chill. Don't think there's a lot of chance that we untap with that, so I'm going to get this one because we can play the backup card and that next turn if we want. This plays around drowning the lock while also playing around the removal spell because we can just cast the other card. Just run it back. We don't believe in sideboarding. Oh, no, we don't. Good enough. Can't see myself ever really wanting to get rid of 2 Tron pieces with some card draw. Pretty reliant on his Ancient Stirring, so I guess I'm just going to pass here. And hold up the Veil to protect it. Not even remotely clear that that's right. Should have sacked that in response. I changed my mind too late into the turn. That was bad on me. Let's change my mind way too late into that turn. We drew both our sideboard cards. Alright. So we're playing for half our money back. Get hyped. Get excited. Get ready. I'm gonna whine like a little girl today. I hate Oko, by the way, George. I dislike people that play Oko. You can go away. It's the worst card ever printed in the history of Magic. It's trending that I should delete Facebook. But if I deleted Facebook, I can never talk to Sean. A hard pass. Just going to keep my Facebook. I call it Sean Book. Hey, we won a dice row. I think we've won a few of those, actually. Whatever. We have 2 Tron pieces. I'm going to keep it. Depends on your definition of bad. I personally think I've played Magic since 1993. I've played every format except for fairies, and I think it's the most obnoxious and annoying card. And when I say annoying, I'm not necessarily saying good. Like, I don't think it's broken, but I do think it's a mistake. I can't stand to lose to it. I think all the games that I lose to it, I would rather literally be doing anything else. I would rather watch paint dry than lose to that card. It just attacks on such a weird access and irrelevates so many strategies. Also I think cards like Little Teferi and Narset are among the same veins, but I don't think, since they don't win the games themselves, I don't put them as high up on the list as I do the other two, or as I do Oko. Like, Oko can just stone win games by itself, so it's my number 1 card on that list. But I believe basically all of these 3 mana planeswalkers with high loyalties were super big mistakes. Alright. I think Ren was a big mistake as well, but again, Ren doesn't really win the game by itself. And when I say win the game by itself, don't get me wrong, Ren wins the game if it goes unanswered, regardless of what else you're doing for the most part. But no, I think it's absolutely horrendous. This is some card that says I can't search through my library, I'm going to be beyond tilted. And it is awesome. Hey, Ricky. already have those. I guess I'll just get a chromatic starvin. Guess I can't really tap out again because they just draw a ghost quarter or something. I'm super screwed. The argument that I shouldn't even have bothered that turn. We saw a lot of mines. No, I'd rather keep my 2 lands up in case they draw a ghost quarter. I'm not really concerned about Wisp dealing any damage to me whatsoever, and I want the Ballista to potentially kill this. Pretty hard to kill anything at this point, though. They've been mana screwed for 37 turns, which has been helpful. So how do I pay this? You click it like that now. Can't imagine what this is. Okay. So we're going to flip this. That's tilting. We just draw Tron, we still just win, right? Unless they do this during my upkeep. Or that's the same thing. Probably should have threw one at the Flicker Wisp, but Wait, they're targeting this? Well, what the hell? Well, they can't save their wisp doing that. I don't think I care enough about that card. Sure, this card's not very good here. Nope. Okay. I don't know what to put on the bottom. I guess Oblivion Stone. I don't think their normal game even cares about Vile. And even if I did, I think Nature's Claim would be better than Karn. And that's the card I was considering. I don't know what goes on the bottom. Pretty sure it's just Oblivion Stone. I think our scrying will always be able to basically get us some kind of value at some point. Rip. I'm wrong. It did not find us a green land. Well, there was a good chance that worst case scenario is always going to find Tron. Or not Tron. Tron or a green source. Yes, I need to do this now. Because next turn, if they have a land, they can respond twice. Kind of happy about that. I'd rather have the Greenland. The Dismember? I wasn't exactly sure I was going to use it. Kind of decided to too late. Well, it doesn't feel like they're ever playing cards that matter. I do have a Blast Zone, but with them having 2 Field of Runes, getting a Blast Zone feels just blah. If they didn't have 2 Field of Runes, I'd be interested in the Blast Zone. I don't really care if they just play a Batterskull. They tutored for a Batterskull, but I don't really care about it since we're now starting to play Karns. Like, they can't equip it this turn. I'm just putting it in play this turn. I'm not even sure if that's right if they don't have a 3rd land, because how would they protect it from a Nature's Claim? Like, they could have just killed it. Well, I guess I technically can't Nature's Claim. Well, yeah, I can. You have a Walking Ballista. They potentially had just murdered this for no reason. I guess if I had a Nature's Claim, I'd have probably killed that a year ago, but... I'm definitely going to kill Thalia whenever they attack. If they don't attack, I'm going to keep my counter. Because Thalia affects them more than me right now. Considering I don't have a spell. Huh. Well, that's a problem. Um, I kind of want to kill that right now. Pretty happy just playing this though. I don't know if I care about a giver. I really only care if they have like Path of Exiles and Displacers, right? Like things to stop my Wormcoil Brigade. Things like that bother me. But them just attacking for 4 a turn doesn't bother me because we're attacking for 6 a turn. Or them not attacking doesn't bother me because I have a bunch of Wormcoils. They can obviously use the giver. Oh wow, they didn't use the giver. Deece. They just want to get Froggy. I can just kill this forever now. It definitely seems like the better play. It definitely just seems like the better play. Had they not attacked with the giver, I would have just been casting a worm coil that turn and hoping that worm coil didn't get dealt with. But they might have a sword or something, so like they might have been prepared for that. Who knows? Guess we'll find out this turn. I guess if opponent had saved the Wisp, we would have got the Batter Skull too. I don't have any more lands. You figured it out. We have 4. The older builds played 5, but we have our 4. That's a Blade Friend. Blade Friends are nice. Cool, they're attacking Karn. That's a loyalty fight that's very hard for them to win. It's not that hard. Yeah, well, it's Worm Coil o'clock. So they could give the Golem pro artifacts and send the Golem and the 2 splicers, and like I gain 6 life, but they get the Karn. Or they could just draw like a path. Or they could have drawn an Eldrazi displacer. Or something. But we're definitely feeling pretty good here. Aww. Now they can't even kill Karn. They just kind of like slap Karn for a little bit. I guess I just attack anyway, right? I guess I could have held them both back to try to save Karn. But they have to leave blockers back now or the worm coils just kill them. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. What sweet artifact. Fails to find. Fails to find feels good. I don't like how our opponents played their Giver of Runes basically this entire time. Yeah. You finally won the battle for loyalty. Kinda want to kill this more than I want to kill this. Because of blink effects. He takes the first strike off the golems too. So we can technically go to liquid metal coating. I don't think that does anything I care about. This is gonna get Karn back. Still getting Karn doesn't do anything. I kind of can't cast it, can I? Yeah, we'll get it anyway. Probably get generic land here. Well, that's not really a generic land, but it's a land. I'm not going to put it into play because I don't want the Ghost Quarter to kill it. It can kill the Giver of Runes next turn. We can get Bridge and play Karn. Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, there goes one of our lands forever. Goodbye, lands. You'll be missed. Pretty happy killing the Giver. Pretty damn hard for him just to beat through the worm coils at this point. If they don't kill the Oblivion Stone at the end of their next turn, I can kill everything and get 4 3/3s. Which is probably just good enough. Guess I should bring these in. I thought these might be better than Karn the entire time. They can get Vials and Spears. Is that just better than Karn? I really think Karn's overrated. I'm not even sure Karn's good. I don't want to get rid of any land with them killing my lands. Only having one Dismember feels pretty horrible. Wait, it was good enough? I didn't play it. It sat in my hand the entire game. I'm not talking about Big Karn, I'm talking about Little Karn. Karn is an auto win if you have about 10 million mana and your opponent's not did anything for 4 or 5 turns. That's not what Modern is. In my opinion, anyway, that's not what Modern is. I shouldn't say that as a factual statement. In my humblest of opinion, that's not close to what Modern actually is. I had Tron on 3 today, on turn 3, versus Jund pre-board, and it still wasn't good enough. Am I supposed to kill this? I think I'm just fine killing that. I'm not actually sure. If they don't play a Ghost Quarter or Field of Rune, I'd rather use Once Upon a Time. Neither of those are a tower. It's not the only reason I brought in Nature's Claim. Dampening Spear is as well. I forgot to pay the mana. Or I forgot to use the Dismember. But on a positive note, I may have thrown this game. On the unpositive note, I can still just draw the power. Yeah, I made a pretty big mistake. Even talked about using it on the following turn. That's just me being a turd. I'm maybe fine if they don't have anything because of the Oblivion Stone. But if they have anything, we're in trouble. And by anything, I mean if they have a land destruction spell or a dampening spear, we're in trouble. But not sure other cards matter. But they have at least 12 of those. Well, sorry, they have at least, I would say, 4, 4, and 2 or 3. Weird. I guess it's better to save the 2 damage. We're going to go down to 4. Is there any reason to not play it now or use it now? Well, I had to kill one splicer. We had 2 targets. So technically we'd have just went to 1, but yeah. A field or a ghost quarter could still be a problem. They get us off our thing, attack us for 2. If this is all they got, this is not a problem. That seems to be all they had. Looks like we win. Kind of don't want to play the Walking Ballista because there's a good chance they have a Path of Exile. And I'd better save it as a removal spell. How do they scry? 1 on top, 1 on bottom. Alright, so they have a plan. I think I'd rather just make this a 6/6. I don't know, I guess a 5/5 is good enough. Get this for following turn. Opponent had pretty bad draws game 1 and 3. They put a card on top, so presumably whatever this card is, they're happy about. Do I want to land? I don't even think I want to land, do I? I don't know, getting a land's better than dealing 1 damage. Even if they play something, we have a Karn. Or we have that too. Pretty sure we couldn't lose this game anyway. We did it! We rallied the last 2 to get our half of our money back. Well, I mean, it's pretty good when your opponent draws 0 dampening spears, 0 field of runes, 0 ghost quarters, in their deck that's designed to deny you mana. Like I said, it wins games where your opponent does nothing. But anyway, this list felt better than the last list we were playing, but I still don't love it. Just 1 Dismember feels a little shy. I feel like you want to have 2 or 3 creature removal spells, whether it be Contortion or Dismember or whatever. I do like that the Ulamogs are back in the deck, but I don't know if we need 3. And Once Upon a Time felt pretty awkward because it felt it felt like the Once Upon a Times were just trying to bait me into keeping hands that I shouldn't be keeping. Like that last game, they found a Frag Tusk, which was pretty awesome, and there was 1 game earlier in the tournament where it hit us the land we needed. But then, like, there was like two games where we kept like two Tron pieces and a Once Upon a Time, and we just didn't even get it, or we didn't get Tron. There was one game where we had two Tron pieces, a Once Upon a Time, yeah, and two draw steps, and like we still just didn't get it. And I'm pretty sure, just like this card literally saying, like this card being Lightning Bolt and us having no, well, sorry, this card being Omniscience and us not being able to cast it would have been better than Once Upon a Time in that game, because I would have known the mulligan. Because the hand was rather bad if we wasn't hitting Tron, but like it forced me to gamble. Though maybe I'm not supposed to gamble. There was a time that we were like 45% to hit, and we didn't. And there was a time that we were like 69% to hit, and we didn't with it. And I think there was a time that there was 64% to hit, and we didn't. So, Todd Anderson said on SCG, unless I misunderstood what he said he thinks if you're going to play Once Upon a Time, you need to play more creatures and less Karns. And I think I echo that statement. Like, casting a Once Upon a Time when you already have two Tron lands in your hand and like a forest in your hand, and only being able to hit like a few creatures, it just whiffs so often, or like gets you another forest or a auxiliary piece of Tron that you don't really want. It just does nothing in so many situations. Like, I really just feel like I want to up the creature count if I'm playing Once Upon a Time. Though, in fairness, I could just be biased against the card. I sideboarded it out a great deal. Like, I sideboarded it out in a lot of games. So, like, maybe I didn't give it a fair try. I'm pretty biased against these big mana decks anyway. And then, like, round one, we just got paired versus Storm. So that set me off to beginning the tournament, like, especially not happy. And then, like, round two, like, I kept this hand. I had a Tron piece and a Once Upon a Time. And I thought the Once Upon a Time, at worst case, would find me a green source for the Sylvan Scrying, and then it didn't. And I just didn't play anything. I don't know if I can get it to play game 3. Yeah, I don't know where the match went. I do not know how to get it to go back to the match. But other than that, like, it does Tron things. I don't think I played it pretty well. I'm positive that I mulliganed it poorly. And I think Tron's power is really derived by how well you understand how to mulligan it. And I'm pretty sure I just mulliganed it very, very bad. And I think I continued to mulligan it very bad. By the way, the Chilled Guild, thank you for the follow. Sorry I didn't see it. I don't have any cool alerts. And until I learn how to mulligan decks like this, I don't think I'm ever really going to enjoy playing them. The same thing with Eldrazi Tron yesterday. We played Eldrazi Tron, and I just feel like I mulliganed a bunch. Like, all of these cards, like Ugin, just felt awful. Like, I never had 6 mana in a single game, really. I never got Tron in any game, even with the maps. The Matter Reshapers never did anything. In fact, just the Tron creatures in general didn't do anything for me. The only card that it ever felt like it mattered if I draw was Chalice or All Is Dust to recover. But I only played versus like one deck that Chalice was even good versus yesterday. I don't know where the Tron list went, but it doesn't matter. I'm logging off anyway. Hey, Blitz MTG. Hello and goodbye.